Hey friends, I'm Nomin. I'm a certified life coach. I've been doing coaching for 2 years now. At this point, I know that coaching is not going to work all the time for every single person. Coaching can be taken as expensive, not the right type of service you want to get for your situation. It can be taken as waste of time, and it can sometimes be delusional. In this video, I'm going to explain more about what is coaching, what isn't. Second, I'm going to explain when is not a good time for you to invest in coaching and what work with a coach in general. And third, I'm going to explain what type of coaches are not the right fit for you. If this interests you, please subscribe to my channel so we can stay together and stay connected in the future. First, I would like to explain what is coaching and what isn't. Coaching is not a therapy. What therapy does is it heals you from the past traumatic experiences that is affecting your decisions today. Coaching focuses on what is going to happen in the future. What can you do now so that you achieve your goals in the future? Coaching is also not mentoring or consulting. Coach's job is not meant to tell you what you should be doing on coach's experience. It is not about transferring the knowledge. So what is coaching then? Coaching is defined as the partnership between the coach and the coachee. Coaches and coachees are equals in the relationship. The main principles that coaches apply is that the client knows what is the best decision to be made for themselves. What coaches contribute to is to create a space that's safe for the clients to open up, to bring out loud in words what is in their mind. And together we do a magic where we distinguish between what is the self-limiting beliefs, what is something that is seeking for safety, and what is a thought that is coming from the wisdom. And the wisdom-driven thoughts feels exciting when clients talk about what truly energizes them. As a coach, I can observe in the body, in the way they speak. So I can say it out loud. When you say this, I noticed this was what happened. Or tell me more about what you just said. Or I've noticed a shift in your body, in your voice, in the tone of your voice, what happened. So these small things, as a coach, we are responsible for listening how the story was said and reflecting back or mirroring back or asking deep questions inside thought-provoking questions so that it gives an environment for the client to explore more about what gives them energy and what shuts them down. By their own, it is very hard to distinguish because there is no safe space, and it is truly essential that the coach can be present, is experienced enough to be present and really have the listening skill to notice the shifts, to notice what is happening with the client as they speak. So that is the main idea of the conversation, so the client can make the decisions on themselves, what they're going to do in the future based on these new insights. So it is quite interesting and a special conversation you have with your partner. Now I would like to talk about when is not a good time to invest in coaching. Coaching is not for everyone at all times, mainly because it requires a change. If you are going through a difficult situation in your life where your primary goal is to survive, your primary goal is to get going, maybe it is not based on what you want to do. Maybe it is happening to you. Maybe you have to take care of small children, or maybe you have to be caregiver to your older parents, or you're going through a situation where it's just not the right time for you to make a change. Maybe all you need when you are so busy, when you're trying to survive, is to take a hot bath, to read a nice book, or just to take care of yourself. And then it is perfectly fine. You don't always have to have a coach at all times in your life. And if you are deciding whether you need to work with the coach or not at this time in your life, think carefully if you can focus on changing your life. If you can spend time on self-growth every single day. Because with coaches, there's a homework that needs to be made. There is a time, you have to have a time, at least 30 minutes, 1 hour, to reflect on your thoughts, to reflect on your decisions, and try something new that's been discussed in the coaching conversation. And that will require some time and energy. Essentially, it's about changing your perspectives. It is about taking steps that you don't want to take, because the steps that you've been holding back is essential for your goal, and you should want to have to achieve your goal. And if you're ready for that, if you're saying, yes, I would like to change because I don't like who I am anymore, I don't like where I am right now, I know there is more for me, then it's probably a good time for you to hire a coach. But if it's all about surviving, if you're too busy, then maybe keep it for next time, because it can settle down. There will be a time where you will want to have a coach because you want to have a change. One more area I would like to point out here is the timing. Coaching is not an ongoing process. It works the best if you hire a coach or work with a coach for a maximum 6 months period, where you can achieve the goal that you want. It shouldn't be a long-term process where you can work with the coach every 2 weeks or every month, where you can be dependent on the coach. The goal is to make you be independent, make you shift perspectives so you can achieve on your own whatever you want to achieve in the future. So it shouldn't be an ongoing process. It's maximum 6 months or less. Say, for instance, if you are ready to change your job, if you feel like you're outgrown from your current role and you would like to spend some time on figuring out what is the best place for you to land, what is the best place for you to help be in service for other people, and challenge yourself just so you be the best version of you, you can hire a coach. And you can figure out what you have learned from your current job, who you are, what your skill sets are, what your passion is, what brings you happiness in life, so that you can work with a coach so that you land in your dream job. Next, I would like to mention what coaches are not the right fit for you. When you are hiring a coach, you can book discovery calls, test them, work with them for 20 minutes or a couple of sessions. So generally, you can cancel at any point if you feel like that coach is not for you, good for you. And there are several criteria if the coach is an experienced coach. I'm going to give you 3 criteria where you can easily tell that this coach is not good for you. If the coach is talking about their own experience, this is a very clear indication that coach is not experienced enough. Coaching is not about coaches, coaching is about you. It is the area where you can be you. It is the hour for you. Coach should know that their own life, their life, their experience is not yours. And it's very primary skill that coaches has to learn. It is not about us, it's about you. And your experience, your life, your decisions are as unique as your fingerprints. It is your time, it's all about you. If you hear the coach talking a lot, it doesn't have to be about them, but if the coach is talking, thinking out loud, reflecting for too long, coming up with the ideas for too long, that is not the right coach for you. The right ratio is clients should be talking 90% of the time and the coach only 10% of the time. So it gives enough space and time for you to have a clarity, to have the insights about you. Main 90% of the work, coach's job is just to listen and be present. And that is usually enough for you as a client to get a clarity about yourself. If the coach is asking questions after questions, it is very common misunderstanding that coach's only job is to ask questions. While it is one of the tools that we use as a coach, ask questions, it is not the only tool we use. The main tool, the main job, like I said earlier, is to be present and listen. Listen to what you have to say, listen to what you have to share, and listen with curiosity, and if necessary, ask questions. If not, we don't need to ask questions. Questioning is one of the tools, just like reflecting, mirroring, silence, and different types of activities, so that you get out of this session with the most insights that suits for you. And it can be totally the fact that you don't need to be answered. You don't need to be asked any questions. You can come up with your own insights. You can come up with your own solutions. That is usually the case. But curiosity driven, that is coming right away because coaches are curious, is the only way the question can be used in the coaching session. But it shouldn't be about asking questions, and then I'm thinking, what is my next question? That is not the best coaching practice. That is everything I have to say for today. Thank you so much for listening. And if you want me to be your coach, please contact me through my website. Book a free discovery call with me. My website is coachnomin.com. And I'll see you guys in my next video.